TikTok makes me feel so bad about myself because it feels like everyone has a 20-step skincare routine and everyone has perfect skin and everyone has cute clothes and it weighs on me. But at the same time, I love the mindlessness of watching TikToks and I can't seem to fully get off. What should I do? Well, I think the first step to this is realizing that it's making you feel like shit, right? The acknowledgement is actually, that's like a huge accomplishment because like years ago when I was on TikTok a lot, like I was addicted to TikTok which is crazy to think about, but it took me a long time to realize that it was a problem. And the second I realized it was a problem, it was so like late in the game. I was so down bad that I just had to delete the app altogether. And I've tried to return to TikTok many times and failed. I might try again. I don't know. It's just, it really weighs on. It's a really toxic platform at times. It can be a really toxic platform. Whether you're posting TikToks or you're consuming TikToks, it can be a really toxic platform. I think it is a toxic platform. You know, the speed in which you're consuming different topics and opinions, and it's such sensory overload. That is toxic in a lot of ways for your brain. But also, if you post on TikTok, the discourse on TikTok tends to be pretty rough. Like the type of content that does best on TikTok is rage bait, stuff that pisses people off, where the comment section is all like people pissed off and like, why'd you do that? Why'd you say that? That's the type of stuff that does best on TikTok. So overall, I think it's a toxic platform and I think it's very normal to come to the conclusion that it's not good for you. I think too that another thing that does well in the algorithm, to speak specifically to our topic of the day, is people who look amazing, who look really hot, who have like their makeup beautifully done. Like that is something that does very well on TikTok. And so if you watch content of people who look amazing, have perfect skin, have a cute outfit on, you're going to get more of that content. The algorithm knows. And so I think this is a lot of people's experience on TikTok for one, but a lot of people struggle to realize what the issue is. And I struggled to realize what the issue was for a very long time until my inevitable sort of TikTok-induced mental breakdown. So it's kind of a miraculous thing that you have realized that it's a problem before you're at the point where you're like, I actually can't open this app again without having a mental breakdown. You know what I mean? Like that's actually really, that's good. I think there's a few ways that you can address this. If you really love TikTok and it's really truly an isolated issue where it's just this certain type of content that you're getting that's bothering you, perhaps you could use the little feature where, I don't even know if this still exists on TikTok. It must, but I don't know. I haven't been on TikTok in a while, so I don't really know how it works. But on almost all social media platforms, if you don't want to see a certain type of content, you can go and click the little button in the corner for settings or something and click, I'm not interested in this content. Anytime you get content you don't want to see. I do that all the time on YouTube, especially. If I don't want to see something anymore, I'll click that. And then the algorithm knows I don't want to see that anymore. Maybe it's that simple. Maybe try that. And if you're like, wait a minute, actually, that did kind of solve that problem, but TikTok is still seemingly causing anxiety, causing negative emotions. Maybe you need to find, for the time being, a new mindless source of entertainment. Maybe you need to get into your YouTube era. Maybe you need to get into your TV era. Maybe you need to get into getting massages. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But like, then I think it's time to sort of find a replacement for a time being. Give yourself a 1-month break from TikTok. Entertain yourself in some other way that's equally as mindless, right? You don't need to like start reading books as your form of mindless entertainment. You don't need to start painting. Like that stuff is still hard. Like there's something about mindlessness where you can just lay there and rot and watch something. Like I don't think the way to go is to remove all mindless entertainment, because that's too hard. And then you're just going to end up going back to TikTok because you're like, I can't, you need to find something that's a little bit healthier, but still mindless. That might be YouTube. That might be a new TV show. That might be reality TV. I don't know what it is. You need to figure it out, but find the mindlessness elsewhere, get away from the platform for a little bit and see how you feel. Okay.